Hey everyone, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Assetto Corsa has a lot of good camera modes already in the main game and in the basic game, but as you can see in this footage, there are some great little tools out there that will help you get the most out of your replays, and of course this tool that we've got running at the moment makes the gameplay look much more dynamic. Now these are all configurable and I'm going to show you in this video where to download them and how to actually use them. As ever guys, if you are new here and you do like the channel and like the video, I'd really appreciate hitting that subscribe button. It helps me to grow the channel and I'd love to have you on board. Okay then, let's jump in. Up first then is Boxcam. Now I found Boxcam a few weeks ago. It's originally released in 2015, but it has got some updates as well, so I think it's been updated till late 2018. Don't let that put you off. I've tried it on a lot of gameplay and it works absolutely fine. There is a disclaimer at the bottom saying that it may not work sometimes on your Assetto Corsa, but as I said, I've had no issues with it so far. So you get three things with this. You get box cam, a track cam and a chase cam. And the box cam is effectively a camera on a string, and you'll see what that looks like when I show you in the gameplay. So clicking on download, okay, it's only 78k, so it's a tiny file. And then what we do with this is to install is just drag and drop into the newest content manager that I've got installed here, and all I'm going to do is just install it over the version that I've already got installed. So once that is installed, because this is an app, we need to highlight and enable the app in the settings. So what we do is we go to settings and then Assetto Corsa and then the app section at the top, and you will have seen this on some of my other videos. Here you can highlight and enable or disable different apps, and here's stereo box cam. So just make sure that the tick is in the box there, and then we are all ready to go. The car we're going to use for this is the awesome Cayman 718. Now this car is beautiful. If you want to understand how good Assetto Corsa currently looks, look at the graphics on that. So this is running all the new graphic mods obviously. And here we're on the Grand Tour test track as well, which I'll drop the link in the description below. This is a cool little test track. Now all I'm doing here is I'm just going to do a very quick bit of driving, go around this corner very badly by the looks of it, and just stop, and this is just going to be our test bed for how I'm going to show you how these cameras work. Let's click on the replay button then and just get the car to where we're going to start the replay from. So moving your cursor over to the right and clicking the Boxcam app, you'll see that it pops up in the left hand corner there. Now I'm going to click on Boxcam and click on activate, and then I'm going to move it around and just click on play on the actual replay. And you can see now that by pressing the left and right cursor keys and the up and down cursor keys, I'm actually being pulled around like I'm on a string with the car. Now you can actually change the distance as well, and I'll show you that in a moment. But you can see how that looks so much more dynamic, and you can spin around the car as it slows down. Looks really cool. There are other settings that you can adjust, as I'm doing here, so you can change the distance on the actual piece of string that you're being pulled around effectively, and the height, etc. And again, that just gives you these sweeping dynamic shots that are great for your replays. And again, this is a very simple track, but you can imagine this on some of the great F1 tracks, especially with very fast cars. Would be very, very cool. There are also other options like chase cam and TV track cams. So what I'm going to do here is just show you very quickly this chase cam. This basically allows you to adjust in game as opposed to the settings after the game or before the game. So you can adjust the chase cam as and when you're playing the game. And then there are some very cool TV cameras as well that again are fully adjustable and something for you to play about with and experiment. And there's just a small snippet here. So what we're going to do next then is look at the next tool, and that is a fantastic tool called Cam Tools 2. Here we are then on race department again, Cam Tools 2 1.16. I'll drop the link in the description below. So this is quite a popular and famous cam toolkit, if you like. It allows you to do all sorts of really cool things. So I would advise you, when you actually download this, to have a real good read through and have a look at some of these videos on what you can actually do with this toolkit. I'm just going to show you one piece of it. So again, it's a very small download, less than a meg. And what we do is we do exactly the same as what we did with the one previously, and that is we just drop it into Content Manager and just install it. Cam Tool 2 install here. Again, because this is an app, we need to switch it on again. So again, into settings and then into Assetto Corsa and then apps, and again you'll see Cam Tool 2 at the top there. So because I've had this installed previously, I'm just re-clicking that, and we're ready to go. So again, we're in the Cayman 718, still looking beautiful, and I'm going to do a different replay here just to show you how this works. So I'm just going to drive around this corner into the car park, and what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you how to do a dynamic chase camera, one that you can configure as the car is moving. This will allow you to create some stunning dynamic shots for your replays or small movies if that's what you want to create. So here we are then in the Cayman, just pulling over and stopping here. So we're going to drop onto the replay, and then we're going to open up Cam Tool 2. When you first open it up, you'll see there are a lot of options there, and I'm just going to show you and experiment a little bit with the standard camera option. So here we are on our replay. I've just paused it at the right moment here. And the first thing to do is to press F5, go into this external view, or F7, and actually then just position the camera where you want it to be. We actually need to sync up the camera with the actual car replay. So we click on that middle button and we press sync. Now what this is doing is this is actually just aligning the camera data and the positioning data with the actual replay data. So we're just going to let this run through. Now that that's synced, and by the way guys, you can sync as much or as little of your replay and gameplay as you want to, we're going to go back onto earlier into the replay. So let's get back to the beginning of where we want to start our dynamic camera action sequence. And I'm just going to get it to about 12, I think. Here we go. Maybe just a little bit earlier. Okay. So this is where we're going to start the camera from. Now the next thing to do is to click on the activate camera button, really important, and that will allow you to move the camera around. If you've not used free camera mode before, what you can actually do is you move the camera around with your cursor keys. Pressing the shift key will enable you to go a little bit slower. Pressing the control key allows you to go a little bit faster. The idea with this is that we're going to track the camera where we want when the car is moving, and then the program, the app, will actually smooth all of those camera actions out. So the next thing to do is to click on spline, and what we're also going to do is we're going to put into slow motion the car. Now this doesn't mean to say that your replay needs to be in slow motion, but this is just so we can track the camera next to it and make small adjustments. So we press play there, and then we actually are going to follow the car now, chasing it with the camera. Now it feels quite juddery what we're doing here, and you can experiment with how you want this to work, and I'm just going to slow it down a little bit further here just to keep up with the car. But the actual app is going to smooth all of these camera actions out. So this is a very quick test, and this is probably going to look a little bit bonkers when we actually play this replay back. But you can see the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm actually pointing the camera in different directions and tracking the car how I believe I want the shot to be. So let's just go through this and just to see what the end result will look like. The great thing with this universal camera is that you can go anywhere you want to. So I'm going to go up further into the sky here and do kind of like a tracking shot as this car flies by. Let's see if we can do a tracking shot as the Cayman goes underneath us. Let's see if we can do that. Very Matrix-esque, I would say that is. Let's just check on the slow-mo, just speed up a little bit. Okay, and again we're tracking behind the car now. Now I know the car's going to go to the right hand side, so I might just try and spin around the car a little bit. Again, I don't know what this is going to look like. The app is going to try and keep up with me, and this car is actually traveling quite quick, even though it's in slow motion at the moment. Let's get the sun in the shot there. Cayman looking beautiful, and it's just going to spin around in this car park. Just move a little bit closer, see if we can get some of this detail. So remember, the app is going to smooth all of these movements out and to try and keep the cam up to speed with what I want it to do. Now I will say right away, I'm asking this camera to do an awful lot of work, which is on a very quick car as well. So I think when you do this on a standard track, you would probably be a little bit more gentle, but I'm just going to see what the app can do. Let's move to the back of the road here and wait for the car to catch up. That's the Cayman stopped then. Next thing to do is to press stop on this little app here. Really important we do that. And so therefore we are ready then to see what this looks like. So let's get it to the beginning of the replay. Now you can see in the top left hand corner there that what I've done is I've actually pressed the little on off button, that button there. So that needs to be on. And if we press play, we'll see what this crazy replay looks like. Wow, I'm asking the camera to do an awful lot there. So all those movements that I've done, the app is trying to get the camera to follow them. That looks very dynamic. I'm really sorry if I've made anybody dizzy with that. That looks really cool though. Now you wouldn't actually do a replay like that, but I'm just trying to see what the app can do. So it moves pretty quick. But let's try that in slow motion because I think it will look pretty cool in slow motion. Yeah, it really does. So when you see some YouTubers or some of the videos that you see around Assetto Corsa and how you get those dynamic sweeping shots, this is exactly how you do it. That looks pretty stunning. What a beautiful car. So you can see that the camera is struggling to keep up a little bit with some of the quite violent actions I was asking it to do. But on the right track, with the right weather and the right car, you could make some stunning films with this. That is only one part of what CamTools 2 can actually achieve though. One of the major reasons people download this and install it is that you can download a number of track packs for new TV cameras for different tracks. Now that makes a massive difference. Don't get me wrong, the replays in Assetto Corsa are pretty cool, but these actually are much better quality and normally in the right place. So I've put this link in the description below also, and you can see here there are a number of pages of these CamTool kits for each of the different tracks and some very obscure tracks as well, so it's not just the well-known ones. And a big shout out to all the modders that put the work into these amazing tools. I hope you've enjoyed the video guys. Thank you so much for watching as ever. Your support really does mean a lot to me. If you are new here and you wanted to come on board to the channel, click on that subscribe button. Plenty more racing videos to come 3 times every week. See you soon guys.